Choking, I'm sleeping with my eyes open. Wanted for a homicide ride, the gun still smoking. Didn't know. Bang! 9 automatic. Choking, I'm sleeping with my eyes open. Wanted for a homicide ride, the gun still smoking. Didn't know. Bang! 9 automatic. Choking. Bang, 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 bang. Choking. Bang, 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 bang.
Hello, welcome back to Amiga Monday. It has been over a week. In fact, it was 2 weeks ago since last did it, and mainly because I needed to actually do the map. I think I was a bit busy, so I finally got round to doing that last week, and I've just finished it a couple of hours ago. I think I did mention last Tuesday that I did. I think I spent last Monday doing that map. And then I've done the rest of it all. I caught up the rest of it today. So I will show that off before we start Lord of the Rings section. But I'm happy I've done it now. So that's at least something. We've still got the Amiga format CD13 with loads of games from the F1 license where to look through. Whether they work or not, I don't know, because we have noticed that some of them just don't work. But that's just the pop look you get with Amigas. Well, let me rephrase that. The pop look you get with Amigas when it's got an accelerator card. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, and thank you to Mel Plays Games for the follow earlier on today. So thank you again for the follow. Right, I suppose let's get on with it. Less procrastinating and stuff. Oh, hang on a minute. Sorry, cat, you're gonna get annoyed by me shifting you out of the way.
Litwarski says Hui Namco's is being followed.
Thank you, Litwarski. There we go, that's the right audio cable. Hello there, Litwarski. That's how I heard the follow alert. As long as it doesn't go in your ears, because I've heard people complain about that. Luckily, not with the Amiga streams. It only seems to be doing it with the Windows streams. Yep, I will give you my current machine. This one. On PD select, that was it. So I need to remember where I was up to. Where were we up to? Demo disc 1, I'm pretty sure I had to do an assign for that one. Distant drums. Was that one we've already tested? So 30 should be quite compatible. I've heard about some compatibility issues with 3.2, but maybe you need it for the CD or maybe fixed in 3. I've had some issues with games that were too fast. One of them being Bloodnet, that was way too fast. Some things just don't seem to want to work. And then when I take out the wedge one, the wedge one is more stock than the 1200. I usually get a better. So this is the specs for the wedge one. I usually get a bit better response. So there was one game called, was it Deluxe Karting? It looked a bit like I was gonna say Mario Kart, but it was a bit more advanced than that. Now the colours came off really horrible. The screens, the menu screens were fine, but when I switched over to the 1200 standard, the wedge one, it was fine. So that's why I'd say about that sort of thing. Unless there's an update to 1230 that I've not heard of, which I need to do, I don't know. Distant drums demo. Very big thanks go to Lee Bamba for the great screen animation, which is in the full game. Playtesting 2 will work from Workbench or Clay. This program was made with these products: Split Basic, D-Paint, ProText 4.3, Amiga 500, Workbench 2.4, a very big A590 hard drive with 20 meg and 2 meg fast RAM, a very small brain and a very bad expelling 2, one Babelfish, Lee Brain, which is only good for AMOS and PC programming, lots of KFC, 3 pieces of chicken and large fries, and a tin of dog food. Hopefully he didn't eat the dog food, unless he was really desperate. This program was tested on the following Amigas and should work with any 1 meg Amiga with Workbench 1.2 above. So it's done on A500s and A1200s. Okay. This program will run from a floppy disk or hard drive. Full version of the game is £3.99 plus 75p postage and packaging, which is $4.74 to F1 licenseware to a company in Devon. God, those were the days. I think a game like that would cost you double, maybe triple nowadays. Mind you, there is itch.io, which is a bit different. Eurotrek, I don't know if anybody's used Eurotrek, I've never heard of it. So how do I start the game? You can click on the game workbench. Screen with 4 maps. You can only play 1 map. Oh, I think we played this one. Did I not work this one out? Just give me a second. Let me just check on an old. Sorry, it's been 2 weeks and I've been busy. Yep, well, too fast. You can fix a little bit by turning off caches. Actually, it's harder to turn off caches on the 040, especially on 060. The CPU has MMU. Yeah, because you got to do the 2-click left and right mouse buttons, hold that down and reboot, if I remember rightly. I should have tested that, but I wasn't. I think because I've done it so many times with the others, and nothing really changed. I kind of gave up because it was just too much faffing around, having to reboot all the time. So it was on demo disc 1. That's the one with the first person shooter on it. Then there was Doopsy. Which I had to get rid of. Doopsy was a game system. Yeah, we did try to have a go at this. Yeah, okay. So we're past this part actually. Yep, so we're on Edward Pro. Right, apologies. I needed to check that. I also hate it when I'm trying to click something like switch account on YouTube and I forget and I put in sign out instead. Alright, okay. Cool, sorry about that. Anyway, that's why the 1230 is more compatible, and also had a few 060s to test on. Didn't want to bother you with the details, but I've seriously considered downgrading to an ACA 1234 for the streaming Amiga. Should be the most compatible, just not to not have issues. Yeah, I was looking at the ACA one, the 12XX line. But I think when the Terrible Fire came out, and I'd heard a lot of good things about the Terrible Fire. I mean, the thing is, it's a decent accelerator. It's quite good. I think the only one thing I would like about it was if there was a way you could turn it off without going through hardware, because I think there's a jumper to disable it. But it'd be nice if there was one that you could disable software-wise. I don't know if that's possible. That would be good, because then you can easily just go to the original 020. Yeah. Edward text editor and a calc. Oh, so F1 didn't just do games then. It's New Year's Day. Hope you have a Michelle Pfeiffer full year. Best wishes for the coming year, Edward. Is that a reference to Batman, perhaps? Because Batman Returns was set around Christmas, New Year. So I don't know if that's a thing. Even though the film actually came out in summer, if I remember rightly. No, it wouldn't be. Because this is 96, 97. So what was out in 97? There's a film called 1,000 Acres. Could have been anything really, to be honest. Or it could have just been a callback. Right. So it's pretty comprehensive what we've got in here. It's insert ASCII, uppercase words. So what I can double click this and then do that. Yes. Got a word count. Clipboard, macros. It's probably good for mail merge type stuff, I'm assuming. Editors, colors, yeah, it's pretty comprehensive. Arex, that's even better. So you've got a possibility to do other things. Yeah, it's alright. I think I've seen Edward Pro before. Could be wrong. This is the demo release of Edward Pro 5.6. If you like the full package, including an updated version, hypertext help facility, complete docs and Arex documentation, support files with example Arex scripts and keyword files, etc., and send £15 to Devon in England. Probably about right for that kind of era. And then we've got a calculator. Standard stuff really, isn't it? Fair enough. What other demos we got? Oh, it's one of these. What we got on here? I mean, I've got discs actually. I could expand this on, but I don't know what's on them. I've got the annotate that comes with Classic Workbench. Only problem is it won't save settings for some reason, and it wanting to convert tabs to spaces instead of handling them. Oh, okay. I am tempted to actually use the discs I bought. Because I do have Amiga bought discs, got it at eBay. In fact, I got them because I wanted at one point to do an emulator test with Shapeshifter. And you need discs for that sort of thing, especially shifting DOS over. So let's try this anyway. Disc called Lazarus. Well, we're going to go graphics. That's given me a green flashing sign. Hardware CPU emulator error. Alright. Hopefully the other one will work. Otherwise that's going to be a bit frustrating. Copy failed. Yeah, no, doesn't like either of them. That's fun. I'm just wondering, Photon, is there anything about annotate that would make it read-only? Is that why it won't save? Or will it not save? Oh, I was going to say whether it not save because maybe you're not using... mind you, it wouldn't care about what type of hard drive as long as it could save. So that should be fine. That's the only thing I could think of. It's probably not correct, but... just want to check my sound, if it sounds lower on my voice. It should be at 100 for the microphone. Yep, it's fine. Just feels a bit lower. I started looking into it. Maybe a write protect flag. Yeah. Demos B, Outfall and QWiz. Right, okay, let's not bother with these then. I have no idea what the issue is. I think this is one of the reasons why I generally ignore doing stuff like that, because A, it's too much of a faff, and B, I get issues like that. It could be just the disc isn't... I say the disc is actually an image. Could be just a bit corrupt, but I doubt it, because it seems to work okay. Not going to bother assigning again. So all these demos are going to be the same discs, aren't they? Yep. Karate Master would have been nice to see. Grack Editor 2. Restricted to wrong room. The first version of Grack was complete adventure writing system, and the first of its kind were released for any computer, but it had its limitations. Since I developed it along with the game I was writing at the time, Lethal Formula, it had exactly those features I needed to write that game, no more. Grack 2 is much more comprehensive. I had many more features while writing another longer game. I also used suggestions from some of the hundreds of people who bought Grack 1 and looked at the commercial adventures for even more ideas. The result was Grack 2 will allow you to get closer to the game that you want to write. One thing I would like to see is a commercial Grack game. I think that Grack is more powerful than most of the adventure systems that are being used for games in Amiga. Someone must be able to prove it. full version of Crack version 2 is released early December 95 by F1 Licenseware. By Edmund Clay. Runs better on hard disk. Let's have a quick look, see if I can work it out. Ooh, Graphic Adventure Creator version 2. So we can make a character. We can have an object. We can make a room. Rename the path. You can make hotspots in here, but I don't know how to do that at the moment. This looks quite comprehensive. Fonts, animation, text. Controls. And you can pull in pictures as well. Okay. Can't learn anything here. It's probably a certain way of doing it, to be fair. Well, this looks kind of interesting. I'm just not clued up with it, and I'd have to have a massive deep dive into it. But you've only limited to one route anyway. There's a tutorial here. Oh, there is a tutorial. So click on load game, request to our player, click on tutorial. Okay. Let's have a quick look at that. Can't remember if that's correct. Okay, that looks good. It doesn't have any rooms in it. Must be just a kind of must be a kind of skeleton. That's fine. Look, I can look at it at another point, but that looks interesting. It's so basically I have something called Adventure Game Studio that's kind of similar to that, but it's more of a Windows machine, Windows kind of thing. That's good to look into. That's probably about as comprehensive, to be honest. Legions of Dawn, the ultimate RPG nightmare. Legions of Dawn is best played in the dark and with stereo speakers rigged up to your Amiga. If you have anything less than a standard A1200, you won't get the best out of the game due to large amounts of blood, gore and general unpleasantness. I would recommend parents to keep younger children away from this game. This file is stored in ASCII format and can be found in the instructions directory or simply in the manual Dawn file in HD version. Story so far. For the full background story to Black Dawn, load up Hell and Gone, which comes with this game, and read the exciting science fiction developed by Kev Murphy, and look out for more exciting and original fiction from F1 Licenseware. If you're not of the reading type, here's a swift alternative installment of the Black Dawn saga. After being betrayed and thrown into prison by the GITS, Government of Interplanetary Time and Space, following your grueling 30-mission alien wipeout Black Dawn 2, and escape, of course, and release 8 other hardened criminal psychos, only to find the planet Kane, where you've been imprisoned for the past 7 years, is actually hell itself, home to hordes of vicious demons, warped humans, evil androids, and of course, God's worst enemy, Old Nick. Satan's lair offers the only route of escape. The journey to this place of fear will be long and deathly. To get there, you must pass across the surface of Kane, attacking and escaping each and every castle, maze and chamber until you reach the land of the devil, the gates of hell and beyond. Burning your first demon alive. Demons of Dawn is a mega atmospheric single-player 3D role-playing game viewed from the first-person perspective. In other words, as though you were inside the game world and viewing it through your own eyes. The various futuristic constructions that you must attack and defeat are represented by complex maze-like networks composed of corridors, rooms, doors and computer terminals, a whole array of exciting and fully interactive elements. If you're a first-time player, here's a quick and easy guide to entering the world of hell. Exit these instructions you're reading by pressing the menu icon. Oh, so I can read these from in there. Alright, that's useful to know. Successfully attach each and every location on the map until you reach Satan's lair. This is done gradually. Each time you complete a level, you'll be awarded an experience point. Each location requires a certain amount of these points in order for you to be able to attack them. Once in the base itself, your task is simple: keep up and find the exit, which is a huge red flashing teleport that you can't miss. Note, unlike in Black Dawn 2, you do not have to kill all the creatures before you can leave the base. Mouse or keyboard movement. This is gonna be like oh, what's the game I'm thinking of? The one on the Atari ST. Dungeon Master, I think. failed to run. What a surprise. God, I love it when games don't even work. Trying to find any instructions to see if this needs an assign. Doesn't look like it. This is looking a bit better. Right, one more try. I'm going to try and assign and see what it does. I don't know if it's case sensitive or not. Nope. Alright, worth a try anyway. Maybe I needed to have libraries in there, but it's not telling me that I actually need the library. Fair enough. Junior artist. That's not working either. To be fair, we're almost at the end of the F1 license wares bundle. Magnetic fiction. Is this text adventure stuff? Magnetic fiction, it's required fonts have not been found. Press any key on mouse and button retry when you've copied the fonts to your fonts equivalent. That's fine, at least that's easy enough to do. God, the amount of self on this stuff. So it's in PD select, F1, F1 demos. I mean, at least it gets some new fonts, that's always a good thing. Oh. Skip that one. Did not know I already had IBM font. Huh? Strange and terrifying stories. $3.99 from F1 licenseware. Due to the contents of some of the stories contained within, magnetic fiction has voluntarily been labelled as suitable only for persons of 15 years or older. Please take note of this warning. Click the mouse button to continue. Nice intro. These stories are a cut above the majority of stories appearing in the small press today, according to horror novelist Simon Clarke, author of Mailed by the Heart and Blood Crazy. Do we get anything in here? About the stories, a warm welcome to this exciting demo collection of stories. Read this if you've just booted the disc for the first time. Down in the Diary by Andrew Campbell. The haunting tale of dark forces making contact with an abused child. I'm not entirely sure what I want this. Rev Brainwash. You'll never visit the bathroom alone once you've read this startling vicious tale of bullying and demonic revenge. Sounds a bit better. This is just all text. Just checking this first. So there's 13 pages apparently according to this. We can read one, but I think the thing is the intro gave that nice little intro. It would have been nice to have something like that, but I suppose with fiction you've got to have it read. Alright, I'll read one and then we'll move on, because I've got a feeling some of these aren't going to be really suitable. I know that for UK it's past a watershed, but not for everyone. Okay, Reverend Brainwash by Andrew Campbell in 1995. Reverend Brainwash ordered us to be sexual for God. A newspaper headline cut out and stuck on somebody's locker. Not the first, of course, and not the funniest, but an eye catcher to a passing misfit who was very nearly convicted of the passing misfit who was very nearly convinced that the youth training scheme was a brainwash too. Martin Bentley read the sentence continuously until his attention was broken by the sound of a lock unfastening. The bathroom stillness shrieked apart with the squeal of a cubicle door and was double flush from existence. Alright, Blimp. The unmistakable tone of Keith Clapham, plus the zipping up noise of his much toggled fly. Keith, out of the warehouse and upstairs in computing Clapham, an ex-school victim's nightmare. Well, I don't know about you, Boulder, but I can't wait to get out of this dump, Clapham announced, lathering his hands in soap. Reckon it's worse than at school here. Bastard manager stinks of cat piss. Roll on 5 o'clock. Water trickled, pipes echoed. Be clean for God. Yeah, roll on 5, Martin muttered. The hand slap rubbing eased down. Small figure and a donut waiting beside your bed, eh? Just my bed, Martin answered evenly, moving himself closer to the headline. You a virgin. Reverend Brainwash ordered us to kill. Oi, Blimp, you a virgin? This annoying bastard for God. Silence means yes, Captain V. A snigger. Hands clean but dripping, Clapham moved across to the automatic dryer and punched it into action. Martin peeled the cutting carefully from the locker and screwed it up tightly. Over a racket of the dryer. You ever seen a fanny, eh? Fingers black from smear crunch ink, Martin made fists and turned round. Fat kid batters ex-super bully for God. Do you want to die, he snarled. Maroon and clenched white. Clapham stared, your hands hovering under the hot air. The engine whined down. Disinfected soap sud silence returned. Blue eyes blinked. What you want, you fat twat, eh? Sorry, you want... Oh, God, my back reading's terrible. You fat... Oh, it's not just that, it's the... There should be a comma here, that's why I can't read it properly. You what, you fat twat, eh? It wavered on the end of Martin's tongue, that threateningly endless rush of abuse that had built up since day one at high school. It tottered and clinked and refused to fall like a bottle on a cliff, being watched by 1,000 childly eager eyes. Fall, say it. Fall, say it, you pathetic coward. Nothing, told Clapham decidedly, unfolding his fingers. Keep it shut, Blimp, thought Clapham. We started out in this hole at the same time, remember? You're still in the cellar fudge packing with the rest of the brain-dead faggots. I'm upstairs. I'm above you, arsehole. Fuck with me, Big Daddy, and I'll have your wage shagged up the arse. What? I mean, this is kind of stuff I sort of recognise people would say back in those days, but yeah. He walked to the door, pulled it open, paused, eyed Martin up, laughed. You overgrown fat shit, he said, and disappeared with a loud slam. Yeah, raw, yeah. Reverend Brainwash tells Virgin to watch it. Martin looked at the fat, red-faced no hope in the tall mirror beside the sinks and said some things to the lad. Told him to shrug like that and just forget about Clapham. Shit happens, mate, you know? Let's just get out of here, eh? Martin, said the voice. Martin turned from his reflection and looked up at the hole in the ceiling. The thing's hole. Yes, he answered. Something rattled and thumped up there. Dust parachuted and plopped into the toilet below. Come sit where I can see you, Martin. Well, Martin cleared his throat. I've loads of work to do. I think maybe I'll just... Come sit, insisted the voice. Martin squeezed his fist again. He didn't want to talk to the voice right now, no matter how much sense it made. 3 blood rush months of sleep-ruining conversation with a thing that lurked above the roofing tiles of the staff toilets didn't do much for misfit sanity. Friendly or not, this mindless chatting had to end. There's a wallet in the cubicle next to mine, hissed the voice. What? Martin looked. Saw somebody's wallet on the floor, inches from a shiny puddle. Oh, right. He approached, picked it up, spun it. Whose is it? In 5 minutes he'll be back, declared the voice. Sit in the toilet near so I can see you. Right now, Martin. Reverend Brainwash orders Big Daddy to sit. Martin entered the third cubicle on the left and sat down beneath the cold gash. The air was thick and dusty. He coughed and shifted his weight and looked up. "Who'll be back?" "Clapham," echoed the voice. "What? Is this Clapham's wallet?" Martin almost shrieked. He stared into the swirling pitch blackness for anything more than a distant answer. A pair of eyes, set of teeth, a glimpse of flesh, perhaps, but nothing. Nothing was ever there. "He's coming to get you," the voice told him. "Blimp Bentley. Rubber duck, faggot fuck. Your mother took all of Moby's dick. Memories are so sweet, aren't they, Martin?" The thing's razor blade of emotion-cutting truth formed blood beads on the fragile skin of Martin's anger. Clapham was a selfish and arrogant schoolboy bastard from hell, and yet he was in the clouds, upstairs in the design rooms and studios with the suits and ties and short-skirt secretaries, an unequitable reward for drowning innocent dreams in a sea of home-time terror. What happened to my parents in assembly, Martin thought. Did you listen, God? Where was my protection from evil? Where? Is it you up there in the roof talking to me? I don't know what to do, he whispered. Clapham's wallet now damp between his fingers. If Clapham disappeared, said the voice, there'd be a place for you upstairs, Martin. An empty place. That's the only reason why he's shuffling around with the VIPs. It was the flip of the coin, Martin. Heads you go, tails he goes. They got it wrong. Fate got it wrong. And sometimes fate needs correcting. True, Martin thought, peering into the void for the first time. He thought he saw a glimpse of something. A blur, a flicker, skin? Was a man hiding up there? Reverend Brainwash makes nest in bathroom ceiling. Shall I get him in here for you? You're the only one who takes a shit in this cubicle, the voice told him bluntly. The hole, it puts him off. But it's time somebody else did use it. Somebody who could never believe in my existence. An icy blast of air sent the toilet roll spinning. Martin stopped it with his fist. Yeah, he swallowed deeply. Yeah, maybe it is. He looked down, footsteps approaching. The door of the room crashed open and Clapham waded in, scanning the floor, patting his trouser pockets. Where the fuck? His eyes darted. Dryer, sinks, mirror. He grinned, brushed his hair. Mirror, floor. Martin sat on the bog. Door wide open. Stolen wallet in both hands. You thieving little... Clapham advanced quickly. Martin launched himself up in the toilet, flung back the lid, and held the wallet over the rim. Don't hit me, he begged. Please don't. Clapham frowned, slowed, stopped. You fucking dropped that, he growled, muscular, neck bulging. Give it here. He thrust his hands out. Give me my fucking wallet back, blimp, or your head's going down the shitter. I said now, you fat cunt. Martin's skin prickled. What was that distant sound? Machinery in the warehouse? Or kids out in the yard? And what was Clapham waiting for? Resistance? Or the scream of the bell for the next lesson? Reverend Brainwash takes workers back to school. Do you want to die? Martin whispered and dropped the wallet. Plop splash. You fat fuck. Clapham's predictable curse was promptly followed by two heavy strides, a soft cry, and a punch crack. Get up! I can't. Another crack. A red pattern spread up the wall. Martin was dragged out of the cubicle by his legs, like a freshly crushed slug, leaving a blotchy trail of blood and mucus. Clapham dumped his work in front of the mirror, took a few breaths, then put one foot on Martin's titanic stomach and admired himself. Something's never changed, he winked. For a few oblivious moments, Martin wondered if he was dead. When he opened his eyes, there was nothing but a thick, colourful fuzz. which slowly and delicately summoned like tissue creeping back into his brain. A tap was running. Clapham's boots were adjacent to the sinks. I've never liked your blood, Bentley. Shit don't come off. The bathroom tiles spun out like a huge white field beneath Martin's stinging face. A trail of maroon corn circles led the way to a gigantic receptacle. Hovering above it, a jet black opening in the grid sky roof. Water stopped. Pipes gargled. Clapham's shadow loomed overhead. He snatched a handkerchief out of Martin's pocket, unfolded it, sniffed it. Jesus shit. Then headed for the thing's lair. It's a good job there's no logs in this thing, fat boy, he said, peering into the bowl. Son of a bitch, the twat's gone half under the fucking bend. He turned to Martin, gathered phlegm in his throat and launched a thick green rocket. Shit, he shouted when it splattered against the wall. I ought to make you fish this bastard out with your teeth, you fat-ass cunt. He rolled up his sleeve, took Martin's handkerchief carefully between each finger, and ventured into the unknown. There was a splashy echo high above him. The tendrils of dust began to fall. Oh, Christ, come on, you little. Come on. Yes. He emerged, wallet and brown Steve handkerchief, glistening and dripping and plopping. He coughed and got to his feet, held his ketchup to show Martin. Martin spat out strings of blood and tried to smile. Reverend Brainwash finds long-lost hanky in staff box. Wait a minute, said Clapham, all the signs of a cruel and twisted idea shimmering in his eyes. That bump's got to eat, hasn't he? Of course he has. I reckon it's summertime. He grinned and glanced at the mess he was holding, and took one step in Martin's direction. A huge claw fell out of the hole, snatched Clapham off the floor by his hair, and retracted almost as quickly as it had come. Hang on a minute. Oh, is he up to... Clapham shot silently up into the freezing void like a statue being lifted by a crane. His motionless boots last to vanish. Some more dust came down. There was a bang, and a snake-like hiss, and a muffled scream. And then that was it. Drip, drip, silence. Leave the room now, Martin, whispered the voice. Staring at carnivorous hole, Martin staggered to his feet. From normal height, the bathroom looked smaller, bloodier. He touched his nose, or rather what remained of his nose, and nearly vomited. What about the blood? He beat you up and shot through. I'll sort out the rest. But I must come out of this den, so please trust me. Exit the room. I don't think you'd be comfortable in my presence. Martin unclicked the door. Tried to sniffle, couldn't. Gax, he said. The claw emerged from the void again, this time thickly blood-stained and packed into a tight purple fist. In the middle, a crooked thumb slowly uplifted. Drip, drip. Reverend Brainwash gave Fat Boy thumbs up. Martin, smiling as best he could, returned the gesture and left. And there you go, that's that. I'm not reading another one because I'm not really good at this. You can change the colours, that's good. So I suppose it helps for reading comprehension. Got menu. MISC. Tells about the memory. You can use the joystick probably to go up and down. Italics and bold. Scroll with keys. Turn off rainbow. And you can lighten and darken the text colour. Cool. Fair enough. And it's individual as well. That's actually quite good. That's not too bad. So it's kind of I don't know when interactive fiction like this started. I'm assuming it's been around for since computers have been around. So I'm assuming Spectrum's probably had something like this. But this is the first I've seen of this on Amiga, I think, unless I'm wrong. We got other stories: Night Watchman, Chain, Dutch Part 1 Lagoon. So there's plenty of stuff in here. And I'm only clicking once, so sometimes going twice. I'm assuming that the coding for that isn't great. But yeah. You know what, that's not bad. So apologies for those of you who had to put up my storytelling, and if you were potentially going to be triggered by that. At least I didn't read the first story, that would have been a bit... And this intro sequence isn't bad. I said quit program. Yes, quit. Thank you. I played The Room on PC. It had it so you could turn objects around and inspect them. Is that the puzzle one? Relics 2. I've got a feeling I've seen this before. Arcade adventure fans are in for a treat with the release of Relics Book 2, Island of Debris. In the best traditions of point-and-click adventuring, guide a determined explorer through a 5-disc mind-boggling mystery. The original won acclaim from such magazines as Amiga Format, The One, Amiga Computing, AUI, and went on to take the best PD game of '94, AF. Its sequel promises not only to equal but to surpass everything that's come before it. Oh, this looks interesting. I'm guessing this is part way through. Yeah, the puzzle game with the single magical apparatus in a room. There's a VR version of that as well. I think the other half has played The Room. But I have heard of the VR version as well. That's supposed to be... It's probably just be as good because you could probably actually manipulate it a bit better, but I'm guessing. His pipe has no hole in it, it's more like a crowbar. Robot Brain Dome. I wonder how it gets out the door. Maybe it doesn't. The rather disturbing dome in which a rather gooey brain must be placed must be... Ugh. Can I take the brain? No. Open. Container's empty. No, not take, not talk to. would be interesting if you could take interactive things in adventure games in even further directions, perhaps. Are we talking VR here, or? I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. What is your function, robot? Exterminator. What do you exterminate? That's a stupid question. Smart ass adventurers. Well, I hope you find some part. Thank God I didn't die in that section. Can't open these. It was from your wondering whether adventure games started to get interactive images before in the previous game. The previous game was more of a the previous game was just a load of books, to be honest. The only thing that I was intrigued about was the fact that it started off with an animated intro. And I was just wondering whether I was kind of a bit confused because I thought maybe you'd have something like that in there, in the text box, maybe like. But then again, I suppose it kills the idea of you reading a book on a computer, perhaps. I don't know. Yeah, I'm probably just overthinking it. The dome eventually twisted open and the brain was just too good not to pick up. It's a fair length of electro-opto cable. And we've got a crash. Yeah. Flashy green light, of course we've got a crash. Back in a minute, I need to grab a drink. Back. Yeah, a bit frustrating that. Maybe I'll try it again. Maybe it was just something from the last something from the previous, you know, like memory not fully, released. Because that can happen sometimes, that a program escapes but has something that leaves in the system that it kind of messes up another program. take this, go into the doorway, use pipe with the brain dome.
That's right.
Take this. Take this. This is where it crashed last time. We got it. That's cool. Look at junk. Big pile of junk. Can we take it? No. What do you make of this? Yeah, it is yours. Oh, that's not good. Show brain to the robot. You're not useful at all. Laser pen energy reads empty. You have a powerful kick and 2 hands. My Feng Shui training, I'm ashamed to say, did not prepare me in the ways of fighting that. Ah. Things that can be used more than once, always good. Guardian doesn't sound good to talk to. Panel, a small room. Let's try. I'm Falcon of Deldronis and come in peace. Yes, most creatures come in pieces. Finding out which pieces to remove is a challenging part of my work. I say, steady on, I will not harm you. Of course you won't, you're biological. What's your business here? I'm searching for the creators of this island craft, the debris. I know nothing of these debris, but the occupiers of this craft will entertain nobody. I believe your masters will know about the debris, and I would very much like to speak with them. The request is denied. What is your function? Security droid to the control center. Sturdy, independent, indented slightly, and is spotted with rust. Alright. Dispenser. Metal ball. Aha. Is this where the... Let's have a look at everything first. It's a huge hollow boulder but metal. If plastic tape could be eaten, this would be a food dispenser. I know it's not funny, but it's true. My reading comprehension has gone off again today. So this wire, I think if I use this with the lead, sorry, something to bind it. Oh, it's a plastic tape dispenser. If plastic tape could be eaten, this would be a food dispenser. Very sticky. Right, okay. Use tape. Use tape with that. I'll wrap the tape around the wire to repair the loose connections. The wire is now quite sticky. Use this with the lead. I hear something from the metal ball. Sleeping dome active. Security force fields not responding. Ready to accept droid for sleep mode. Have I got to convince the security droid to go in here? I repaired your sleeping machine. Joy, I go. Oh, that was easy. I go now. What is it? I cannot move. My motor functions have rusted tight. This is unfortunate. Try hard. No, it's no use. I stay. Oh, hang on a minute. Use coat with oil spill. The oil creeps slowly into the small container. So if I give this to the robot, here's some oil. I assume it will help. Joy, I go. Ow. Crash again. I was just getting into that as well. Frustrating. But that's another game we could look at some point then, but we'd have to have a look at the first one now. At least we got to play some games tonight. And we're coming to the end of this disc anyway. Shareware 1. Oh, it's another one of these. Forget it. Saw Fist. Fighting game? Welcome to the first level demo of Saw Fist. Full version has 5 different levels, each with its own gang and boss. Oh. Oh, this sounds like a beat 'em up. Just get my joypad. Nice menu. Oh, this is Renegade. Oh, this is definite remake of Renegade. Too fast though. What? Right inside. That's not possible. Alright, there you go. I managed to actually do it, even though half the people were over the side of the edge, but never mind. First it gets sword and it explodes. Share about some old software not being stable, but the thing is software can only ever be backwards compatible. And the more years into the future go, the harder it is to... Yeah, that's true. Oh, that was okay. It was a little too fast, but I don't know whether that's because the person already did it on maybe a not as quick Amiga. But then again, I am running this on an 030 with 50 megahertz, not a 40 megahertz. So I'm guessing that that's probably... It does say turbo mode. Let me just see if F1 does something. I think Amos is useless. Domain is wrote in it. A 3D game that runs on normal A500 with resizable screen and fast. Want to write your own 3D games? This will show you methods to do it. Is this just an advertisement? Domain was a game which failed to be released because of a useless map bug, but its 3D was excellent, and that is what we will teach you. It's so easy to learn. Blitz basic users will find it easy to use the same idea themselves. Amos users will be able to go through resources as well. Sometimes inexplicably so, like you think you use an exact same machine, but you maybe forget some of the tricks and you have to pull them back. Oh yeah, sure. Alright, okay. Turbo mode. Let's go for medium. Wonder how fast this is gonna be. I think that was just as fast, wasn't it? It's about the same, isn't it? Alright, well that was okay. I think that's everything from the F1 folder now that's playable without having to go through the discs of disappointment. And I say disappointment because I couldn't get it working, as you've already seen. Alright, let me just double check. No. Okay, so we'll come back to this next week. The that CD. I think that we've only got the readers folder to go through. I think everything else has been done now, so that's pretty good. Right, now let's get on with Lord of the Rings. But first of all, let me show you the map that I created. So I did spend a bit of time doing this. Showed it off last week. I'll do it again this week. You can see how much more complete it is. Well, in a way. Okay, so this map here is one that I did in the GIMP, you know, the equivalent to the Photoshop thing. So it is currently, let's show you how big it is. I think that's 30,000 pixels by 30,000 pixels. Now once I've finished it, I can probably actually reduce some of this because I don't need all the way down, but I didn't know how far I was going to go. So the starting point for the map is actually here. You can see how I've done this. I've basically gone and the way I did was copied the screen, and then so if there was a kind of a tree or anything like that, I would get the opacity down on the pasted thing, go over the original, and match it up, and it works out pretty well because it seems to fit quite nicely. So these are the areas we've kind of gone through in the past couple of weeks. Just zoom out. So the direction we took in the first time we did it, not last week but the week before, we went down here, went around there, and we came back and we looked at this area here. We came out and went down and around there, and then after that we've gone up here. We've done this a couple of times, I think. Then we went down around this way. We've been around here. This is the last part we need to look at. This part looks like it might go to the left. And I want to come back here because I actually assumed that this would go down here somewhere, but it might not do. So I'm going to come back here in the game and explore this area. Now, one thing to note, you'll notice there are some areas that are light and some that are dark, and that is because the day-night cycle, and I was just pulling it from there. Yep, this is the Lord of the Rings. This is where we're up to at the moment, and I wanted to make a map because I've noticed that I've kind of been going round and round in circles and kind of getting myself lost. Now, I did try a couple of weeks ago to do a map using the RPG map thing, but I couldn't do it properly because it was those type of maps I think are better with things like the Beholder, because it feels like you've got a square to go against and to test against. This, it just makes it easier just to kind of play around with, record myself doing it, and then make the map from that, which is what I've done. So this is what I'll be using as a kind of guide. But when we go in at first, we will look at, we'll ignore this for now. I'll ignore that one. And we'll start looking around here because I want to fill that part in first. Then we'll look here, and then we'll investigate this part. And then hopefully I can finish the map properly and maybe get it out. The other thing I need to do with the map as well, because you can see where I've kind of gone. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use like a healing tool, you know, the cloning tool, and kind of clone the grass over some of these areas so they're not as, it makes it a bit more seamless. And see how that works, and then I can release this as a proper map. I might even send it over to Amiga Addict and see whether they want anything to do with it. But yeah, that's the map currently. Speaking of which, let's get on with Lord of the Rings. Yeah, should definitely be helpful. Nobody wants to see a streamer playing the same map area getting lost for weeks on end, let alone the streamer themselves. Right, so we were here. I think I just moved all the weapons over. Now, where does that mean I'm going to be on the map? I'm hoping I'm in the top half. think if I go this way. Ah, there is a way that way. Right, I think I know where I am now. Oh, I'm not going to go that way yet. I think if I go up. Straight across there should be an up and then another right. Yep. I know where I am now. Right, should be up here. Down and to the left. I didn't go all the way down to the bottom here, which I should have done. Ah, so that's that one. I can go down that way. I didn't go all the way across here, so that goes into a corner. Okay. I don't know why it keeps telling me this, unless it's some sort of... It's part of the story. Strange, furtive noises rung among the bushes, while queer, knobbly faces gloomed down from above. I think I know what this is. This is the unmarked part. fairly certain it is. If I go down to the right, I'll come around in circles again. There should be 3 on the right and 2 in the middle, 3 in the middle. Yeah. It's 2 knocked out cold. Don't think they can get past each other, unfortunately. So this goes right. This goes left. then down. Does it swing back up to the yeah, it does. Okay. I see where this is. Alright, so that side is there's two ways to get to that section. So this goes down around there. So this play we need to explore here next, and that's what we started doing at one point. But I'm sure there was another left entrance down here. Might not be the case. That's odd. Have I gone the wrong way? If I go this way, was the big tree in the corner there? No, this is a huge circle. Right. Where have I gone? Okay, I think I know where I am. So if I go down here, take a right. Is that correct? Yeah. Yeah, that's good. This is the bit where it talks about the trees being taller. I don't think Anna got any further than this area here. I did actually try, it does go down, but I do remember it kind of cuts into the other area, which I thought was a bit weird. Unless it goes longer than I expect it to do, but everything matched up. Unseen amid the dead, decaying leaves, a gnarled root trips the leader, who stumbles to the ground. Okay, thought it was something new. This potential looks interesting, but it could be just a part of another route. And that's how it goes around the circle. That's weird. I don't recall going in a circle. Cross down. Came back up from, oh, because we came back up from here. That was right. I've got one part of the map wrong. Because there's another circle around there. Maybe I need to go down. Alright, let's try this way. So if I go down, there should be another right. Yep. And then a left. And a bottom. No, just to the left. Please don't tell me this place shifts and changes because the branch drops causing the leader to drip. That would be very unreasonable. Yeah, if I have to do this for another week, probably just going to go and start finding a map for this. I mean, I've tried to do it myself. Obviously unsuccessfully. That's right. That looks like the right direction. Should go down. Yes. Left and down. Then right down, and we want to go up again. So that's what it looks like I need to go. Right down. Cross, no. No. Oh. There's a corner of this that I've not done, but I could be okay. I could have seen it and just carried on. Alright. going this way and then it goes down right. I want to keep going down. It's probably going to be a dead end, but let's have a look anyway. No. Oh, this is new. Warm golden sunshine, gentle breezes, and softly rustling willow leaves makes this for a yawn, drowsy day. That's new. That's telling me I'm getting closer. This is a new area. Same thing again. Please tell me we're about to get out of here. Be cool if that was the case. Oh, this looks new. Oh. What did that say? Bare of trees, this hill rises like an island amidst a great deep green sea. To the north, west and south is the old forest. To the east is a great winding river. Please tell me that's Rivendell. Please tell me that's Rivendell. It was west, wasn't it? Please tell me it was west. Just going to follow the river. I'm hoping for a miracle. There's a bridge. There's a town. You find something that you can use. Pipeweed, athlewas, red beans. Take everything. Take it all. Oh, I'm happy. Finally, to get out of the forest. What have we got in here? You settle down to converse with Bombadil. Tom explains that he is the eldest. He existed before the trees, the rain, the elves, and even the Dark Lord. He then asks you to handle the ring. Do you let him? Yeah, okay. Tom puts it on his finger and smiles at... Sorry, let me rephrase that. Tom puts it on his finger and smiles. You gasp. You didn't disappear. Tom laughs, spins the ring in the air, and it vanishes. Then he smiles and hands it back to the ring bearer. Okay. Tom Bombadil, you weirdo. Tom's not one to waste time or talking. Let me know what's on your mind. Black Rider? Out east, my knowledge fails. Tom is no master of riders from the Black Land, far beyond his home. Rivendell? Don't know any more about that. I don't even know what to ask him. The ring? Doesn't know anything about the ring. What do I ask Tom Bombadil? Hobbits? I don't know what to ask him. I mean, he just pulled an interesting trick from his... Let me just save the game. Like making the ring disappear and then handing it back to me, which is kind of weird. Nothing in perception. Oh. Oh, I can go up. Weird, it was pushing me back down. See paragraph number 179. Alright, let me go and get the manual. Put this in chat as usual. $179. Tom's wife, the beautiful Goldberry, is here. She is lying in bed, ill. Beside her, a blackened willow leaf floats in a bowl of stinking water. Is that stinking or sinking? Not stinking water. My lilies, she whispers. My special pool lies south of this house. Please bring me lilies. Take this token, and whatever you may need from this house. She offers you her token, a golden leaf pasted against an oak bark. South of the house, special pool. Okay. So she's given a gold token. Goldberry. You are quite tired from the day's ordeal. Yes, I wish to sleep, please. See paragraph 123. The ring bearer has a dream. He sees a small brown bird wing its He sees a small brown bird wing its way to a great eagle's eyrie. Is it eyrie? Amid thunder clashes, the eagle flies to a great tower within a circle, sweeping down and bearing away a white-haired man. Say Angmar to the stone apart, he cries. So that sounds like that is Gandalf. But he's given me a power word, which is Angmar. Huh. Well, the good thing is all characters are rested. Let's talk to Tom Bombadil. Oh, he's gone. Alright, let's have a look south then. We're too late. An early frost has killed the lilies here. Oh dear. What can I do now? Let me have a look at the spells. Not much in the way of the spells. Oh, what's this? Trient? Ruddy oak. Greetings, rootless ones. Unless you be as swift as the stream, this is not a safe place for one such as you. Lilies. No? Lily? No? Okay. Tom, he is the master. No creature has ever called old Tom. He has no fear, he is the master. Tom was, of course, a mess when I asked about master. What about Goldberry? You don't know about his wife. You're not useful. Please help me, there might be some lilies in the river south of my pool. Search there. No, I'm trying. Behind this shimmering curtain of falling water, a tunnel leads into darkness. Oh, I'm going to need torch. Wonder if it's somewhere down here. There is something here you might use. Spider sword. Okay. What happened there? Oh, unless it didn't realise I had the... I can't... Need to check the for the lilies. Can't blow it all the way inside. Really? Because I really don't want to explore the cave. Because that feels like it's a bit like the next area. Yeah, that'll come up again. Yeah, it's not going to help. So that's the pool. South of the pool is supposed to be a river. That's I'm supposed to explore here. Maybe somebody else has taken the lilies. And I need to get into a fight with them, maybe. Oh. It's like a ghost? See paragraph number 156. Upon the throne is a being that resembles a human sculpture made out of mud from a riverbank. This is the mighty Withywindle, the spirit of the river. She says in a slow, deep voice, I know of you and your quest, yet who bids you to take the lilies from my secret place? Show me a token so I may understand. Ah, okay. It's easy enough. Who's got a token? I think it was Pippin. $57. Alas, the old river spirit cries, as great muddy tears roll down her cheeks, I may not honour your request. Magic deeper than my silty bed forbids it, until spring again touches my banks. Yet there is a way, go west to Ruddy Oak, take to him a red acorn, ask for the springstone. Okay, so who's got the red acorn? See, I know where the guy is, or the tree is. Magic deep under my salty pepper forbids it till spring again touches my banks, yet there is a way. Go to Rodeo, take to him a red acorn. Maybe I could ask where the red acorn is. It is foolish to petition me more than once without good cause, with the window declares. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Not my fault. Red acorn. The sly old creek would not send you unprepared. Give it to me, and you may have the aid of ruddy oak if you so wish. That's the problem, I don't have the red oak, do I? Unless she knows about the red acorn. Yeah, I know that. Acorn. The biggest oak in the forest is located above the waterfall. It has large red acorns. Excellent, thank you. The biggest oak in the forest is located above the waterfall. Which means I'm going to have to go back to the forest again. Unless I just follow this. fog descends upon the Barrow Downs like a shroud. You feel of death is everywhere. Oh, feel of death is everywhere. You are doomed, and you know it. Doomed. Oh, great. What do we do now? Bombadil? Alvarez? Help, help. Nothing. Oh, cool. Thank God. Oh. So that entire section is cursed. Ooh, what's this? Can't get into there. Whatever that is, I can't get it. So there must be an entire section where there's a fog. The moss is indeed very slick. You tumble down the side of the crater, then disappear with a splash. And surface a dark underground passageway. Oh, I know where we are. Oh. The entrance into this barrow has been sealed with a huge stone slab. Only your best efforts suffice to move it. Is this where the power word is supposed to come in? Yes, no? That'll be a no. Looks like I'm gonna have to explore the forest. Lifting your heavy eyes, you find that you are under a hoary old willow tree. Its enormous branches going up like reaching arms with many fingered hands. You hear the voices of your friends from within the tree. Help, help, help. Do you wish to attack the tree? Yes. The leaves rustle with the sound of faint, far-off laughter. Inside, the muffled voices of your friends cry, "Stop it, he's hurting me." There's only 3 of my companions there. You find an opening within the trunk of Old Man Willow leading into darkness. Do you wish to enter? Yes. You follow the opening into darkness. The cavern is gloomy and wet. A nearby underground stream, perhaps. A small hole in the ceiling provides poor illumination, but you think you see the glint of something bright in the floor of the cave. Oh, all my people are back. Something half buried beneath your feet. Bow, smith's ring, and silver pennies. The crack in the tree slams shut, and suddenly the floor feels a bit more wet than it ought to. Water is pouring into the Old Man Willow. If you don't act quickly, you'll all drown. How odd. You can't seem to get out in the same way you came in. I'm gonna die here. Unless me picking up those items for the trap anyway. I don't know. Nothing else is here. What time am I on? 3 hours in. I don't really want to save it here just in case this is a bad area. But at least I know how to get out the old forest, which is good. At least I don't have to spend another week wondering what to do. No, I don't know. I'm not gonna save it anyway. Right, okay, I think that's it for today. But at least we got out of the forest, like I said, and I'm quite happy with that. So, in the next game, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have it saved at the points where we go and speak to... No, I'll do it after. So I will basically have it saved after we've spoken to both Goldberry and the person on the throne. Now we can go back and try and look for this, excuse me, red acorn, which will be around somewhere. I just need to avoid that big tree and anything near that, because that was not fun. But at least I know it's there. And I will try and finish off that map so that we can actually see where we're supposed to be escaping from, which is good. Anyway, thank you everyone for popping in. It's been a good stream. And I will be back. I won't be back tomorrow because I'm going to be doing my indie game dev, so I'm not in tomorrow. But I will be in on Wednesday. At the moment, I don't have any meetings or anything, so it should still be from 12 till 2, and we'll be carrying on with the artwork from last week. That's finishing off the first section. That'll be the house. So I'll be back on the Amiga for that, doing deluxe paint stuff. Friday will be more Age of Empires 2. Then on Sunday we're going to be looking at hopefully getting through Mech Commander. If you remember from that Sunday yesterday, it was an absolute nightmare. I did after the stream start to look at the old saves and see if I could actually progress a bit better on some of them, and I didn't do it well. I did okay, it wasn't amazing. So I'm going to try and slowly work through those. Maybe, like I said, I can get some people back. We'll have to see. Yeah, I think that's it. So let's go and see who's available for raiding. McCall is still on his Barbarian Games Marathon, but he was doing it for 24 hours because it's his birthday, and yeah, I've been watching his stream for most of the day. What's he playing at the moment? Gemstone Legend on the Amiga, apparently, so that'll be good to go and raid him. He's done a few Amiga games. He's done Lionheart was one of them he did, and what else did he do? There was something else that I kind of had to turn off because I wanted to watch myself. Oh no, that was the ST. So he did Masters of the Universe on the ST. He's done Blades of Vengeance on Genesis or Mega Drive. He's done another Mega Drive game that I'd never heard of. What else did he do? He's done a couple of arcade games, Rastan and Rastan Saga 2, also known as Nastar. What else? What was the other games he's done? Another Atari ST one. There was another Amiga one he did, and I can't remember what it was. But yeah, let's go raid McCall for the last few hours of his birthday then. Right, okay, thanks everyone for popping in. See you all hopefully on Wednesday, and until then I will see you later. Bye.